What's going on, traders? Thanks for tuning in today's YouTube video. My name is Darius and today we're going to have a look on the EURUSD and the GBPUSD. I'm going to use smart money concepts because this is the way how I trade. I do not use those trend lines. I do not use those patterns like the head and shoulders, or I don't know how many there really exist, rising wedge, falling wedge. Of course, I used them also in the past and I still use them, but just a little bit different, okay? It's okay to determine them on the charts because then we can use this as an additional confirmation when it comes to our trading setups. So what you need to understand when it comes to smart money concepts is that all the majority who are trading those common patterns, you need to understand that these patterns are equal to liquidity to the smart money traders. So every smart money trader knows, okay, we have over here a rising wedge or something like this, or let's say a head and shoulders pattern. Then they will say, okay, exactly at this area, retail traders are going to look for a short. And they know exactly how to manipulate the price in order for you, retail trader, to lose your money, to do not believe anymore in that setup, but you've been right. But your trading setup itself was not right. And this is why also support resistance, for example, doesn't work like everybody's telling you. Because if you really backtest these strategies, you will understand that most of the times your trading setup will fail. Not the analysis. The analysis of a price to respect an area of support resistance. This one is good. Of course, it's good to say analysis, okay, we can expect this kind of thing. It's most of the times it's good. But the thing is that your specific trade setup will not succeed because you never know where to put your entry, where to put your stop loss, and where you should put your take profit. Because everybody's using their completely too big stop loss or too small stop losses or too big take profit, or there are other variations out there, and this is why I'm sticking to smart money concepts, because with this kind of concept you can be really profitable in this market and you will understand where the majority will put their stop loss, and you're going to simply just put your entry around that area and you will be sure out of it. Okay, now I'm going to show you in this video how I'm applying my smart money concepts for the GBPUSD and to EURUSD. I'm going to explain you the zones that I'm looking for the price potentially to reverse. Okay? Now guys, I would say let's get it right into the video, but before I'm going to do this, just a quick check over here on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification to not miss any new updates and videos, and this is my link tree where you can join my public Telegram channel. This is my inner circle, guys. I still have minus 40% for the monthly subscription and minus 50% for the yearly subscription. This is my trusted broker, so definitely use it if you're not sure about yours, if it really works. If you see a lot of stop loss hits only because of 1 to 2 pips, then you know that your broker is a money-making broker. I will definitely make also for that one a video, but here is my broker, which I'm super glad with it. 2 years with it, super nice. Now guys, let's get it right into this video. I'm going to start, of course, with the monthly, because we got on the weekend, new month, of course, we're right now in May, and we got a monthly candle close, and I'm going to explain to you what we can see and expect right now the next couple of weeks and this whole month, of course. Now, when we have a look here on the monthly, on the GBPUSD, it closed bullish. Now, this is kind of tricky because when the market is closing bullish right now, well, we have two options. We got option number one, the market is going from here to continue to move up higher, and this bearish candle over here is just structure. So when this candle here is a structure, then we can expect in this case that this whole thing over here will be just an area of demand, okay? And a level of demand will push the price crazy to the upside. This is one option that we can expect. The second option is that the market is just playing with us a little bit to show us that this will be right now potential level of supply all around this area. That means we got right now the whole month time to see where the market will be developed. Are we going to push up all the way to the upside before the market afterwards will drop crazy to the downside? Rejection and then bearish continuation before afterwards it will reject, giving us some nice price action confirmation, and the market will go up higher afterwards. Okay, this is right now the question, what we need to answer for ourselves, what we can expect. So basically those two options we have. This whole area will be turned as a strong sell area / supply zone / resistance, whatever you want to call it. For me, names are not saying me right now what to do, but in this case we have a chance for both directions. And right over here, the examples, you can see it here on the charts. For example, this is the same example like we had it over here. Market is giving you a bearish candle, followed by a bullish one, and the next one will be bullish too. So that would be the bullish scenario in this case. But we can still get this kind of scenario that the market will drop down lower. So you got over here bullish candle, bullish candle, and the next one bearish. And look at this. In this case, the market went all the way to the upside, testing this resistance. And look at this. This is something which nobody's telling you, because otherwise their support resistance techniques will not work. Look at this. The market is faking out a little bit. Okay, a few pips, but still it is faking out on the lower time frames. This kind of manipulation will completely take you off your trade, and you will just think of, okay, what am I doing wrong here? Why am I constantly losing my trades? Because my analysis are right. So this kind of feeling, I completely understand you, because I had it the same in the past. I just thought about, okay, my analysis are always straight on point, but my setups are completely weird. I'm always losing trades. And the thing is, it's because of stop hunting. It's because of this kind of strategy do not really work like the majority is telling you that it work. It only gives you the illusion that this is that kind of resistance which really works, right? It gave you that illusion. But the thing is, you never know where your take profit should be, where your stop loss should be, where your entry should be, okay? But look here, guys. In this case, we got those two options. So I cannot say to you 100% right now what we can expect from the GBPUSD. I explained it to you multiple times in the last videos that I explained GBPUSD to go to the downside because of one fact, because we wanted to see the market giving us here a correction to this area over here. So what I would like to see most of the times, if this is a steady uptrend, I would like to see the market retracing at least a 50%. Now if I'm going to take here this whole thing over here, 50% would be, look at this, around that area over here. Okay, so I do not want to see right now the GBPUSD going all the way to the downside, as long as it will be here around this area that I'm dragging out here, about this support resistance here, I'm okay with it. And of course, we can expect the market to go a little bit deeper. Well, we are going to determine these levels more specifically on the lower time frames. What I do not expect is that we should go lower than this. Okay, so definitely within this area is what I expect. And if we are going to break this one thing over here, if we are going to go lower, then this market will be definitely bearish. Okay, now this is what we can read right now only from the monthly time frame, so we cannot say 100% if the market will go up higher or if we're going to drop down lower. Therefore, let's switch down to the weekly to see what the weekly is telling us. Now the weekly is definitely an very bullish environment. You can see how it is just printing those higher highs and higher lows, but for us important right now is to determine the last couple of movements. And what we can see here is that the market went from this low to this high, and we're currently at the 50%. Okay, we are currently at the 50%. Let me take the fib retracement to see if we are at the 50%. Right, we've been at the 50%. We've gone even lower to test this level over here. As you can see, the market reacted pretty nicely to it, gave us another move up, and here we have right now a ton of liquidity due to the market has been rejecting this level multiple times. Okay, and this is something where I just suggest everybody to be a little bit cautious, because if the market will come and return to this area again, I do not expect the market to respect it to go then afterwards all the way to the downside. In fact, what I do expect if the market will come here is to give us a clean move up, okay, to just break this one, probably faking out a little bit. Everybody will think at this moment, okay, GBPUSD is bullish, and then suddenly it will give us movement like this, and it just will crash, okay, to give us that correction that we wanted to see from the monthly perspective, which will be around this area over here. Okay, so yeah, definitely this low over here, as long as we're going to be above this low, everything will be great. So let me just determine this level right now once again from the monthly to see where the monthly 50% will be located, because it's not necessary that we're going to test that 50%. But let's see, look at this, how perfectly this is in alignment. And this is something where I say, okay, I'm 100% sure, okay, or to a very high chance, I'm sure that the market will reach that level. Because it's just the same like on the weekly. So from the weekly low to the 50% of the monthly is, from my point of view, pretty clean. Because here overall, we got a strong area of weekly demand, okay. We can spot that area over here, so I'm very interested in grabbing an entry over here, because that one will completely bring GBPUSD afterwards extremely to the upside. Now, what we can see here otherwise on the weekly is that, yeah, we've been rejecting here this resistance, which is at the same time an area of supply. Look here on the daily right now, you will see this is the kind of resistance right now where the market has been rejecting it multiple times. But right now, guys, our question is what we can expect from the daily, okay? Because this is what we want to trade. We would like to trade the daily movements, right? And I know it could be a little bit difficult right now to understand where GBPUSD will go from a daily perspective, because from the weekly, as I told you, it's not clear, okay? We know we probably will hit this level, but we could go previously to the upside. So from my point of view right now, the best thing is to wait for the market from here to potentially go for a long, or from here to go potentially for a short. From my point of view, we could go for this kind of movement, because if we're going to go for this kind of movement, we're going to grab all the liquidity from here. But the fact is that we also have liquidity up below this area too, and probably the smart money will use this liquidity for the future, because if it will come here, in order for them to bring the price afterwards crazy to the upside, they will need then these levels. That could be a scenario, if you get me right now. I know that this sounds a little bit difficult if you're not familiar with this concept of smart money trading, but the thing is, you should always go in that way where the liquidity is, and liquidity are basically stop losses. And we know here we got stop losses. We know here we have multiple stop losses. So we have much more stop losses above these areas than we have it below this one. This is why the market even went that much to the upside, due to the majority of the stop losses were on the other side of the FX. So more people were on shorts. This is why the market went to the upside. Okay, I'm speaking from the majority retail traders, okay, not from the liquidity itself, okay, because the smart money will always drive the price in that specific area. And of course, long is definitely the right decision. As you can see, the price has been broken all this resistance, but the fact is also that smart money traders still have some positions here left. And this is why I would like to see the market definitely going down lower, but we don't know right now if we're going to push in the first move up and then lower, or if we're going to move down before moving afterwards even higher. So those two options we still have, and we need to manage it from the lower time frames right now. So the weekly didn't really help us out. The weekly only helped us with determining our perfect target for potential shorts. Now let's go to the daily. Now the daily have been rejecting this area of resistance. As you can see, went from here, came back to supply area, and nice drop to the downside. Right now we've broken the structure, and now everybody will think of, yeah, short, I will go short, market should go short. I'm here to tell you, from my point of view, we will go up higher before going short, so giving us from this strong movement some correction before dropping afterwards lower. This is kind of my idea behind the GBPUSD currently, but we still do not have here any kind of important levels. We had here some level of demand, but from my point of view, the price will not hold it. As we can see, it's very low, and this is the daily impulse. This is the daily correction right now. The daily is definitely bullish from my point of view, and this is what makes me right now even more difficult. But I know if the price will come back to this level over here, to this level of demand around that area, then from my point of view, the market will not reject it. Because I see here a lot of liquidity, and probably the market will do something like this, and we will drop afterwards slower. But yeah, as you can see right now, it's very difficult to determine something from the daily. And this is why I'm switching right now to the 4 hours. And from the 4 hours, guys, we have definitely very important things. Well, we got here this level of demand where the price is currently respecting it. And what you can see here is the market has given us here that accumulation phase, giving us a strong move down before moving up higher. And I spoke in the last YouTube video about this pattern already. And whenever we see something like this, we have a chance the price to go up crazy. What I do expect right now is a max to go up higher like this, but probably we will reject some areas here in the middle. Okay, so it's definitely difficult here. If you are looking for long positions, definitely you can catch it, but make sure to go immediately at break even as long as the price will be here in the middle. Take some partials, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to show you here some more areas. For example, this is also an area where I'm looking for potential buying opportunities. So we got here this level, and this level that we can work with this whole week. Let's see how far we're going to drop. We know this is a strong area of support, so area of liquidity. So whenever I see areas of liquidity, we can target these from a short. So if the price will give us that movement, we can target from here that strong drop. Okay, that's kind of my D that I'm looking for. Okay, now basically that's it for the GBPUSD. I know it's been a long video right now, only talking about the GBPUSD, but super important stuff. Super important to understand these 3 areas over here before you're going to go into any kind of trading decision. Let's have a look on the euro. Now the euro has closed also bullish, as you can see, and we've spoken multiple times on the EURUSD as well. I told you, yeah, this is kind of my level of demand that we have over here. The price has been rejecting it all the way to the upside. And currently is the question, yeah, what should we do? What can we expect from the EURUSD? Well, basically, still we can expect bullish, bearish. It's not clear right now. The monthly is closed bullish, not giving us any kind of perfect examples, but I've already explained to you already that from my point of view, I see this whole thing as one single movement by the institutions, and that we can expect 50% based on this whole movement. So I'm looking for the price to come definitely below, as we all know we got liquidity below this area. So we got liquidity here, we got liquidity here. If the price will drop to the downside, we're going to clear everybody out of this market. So a nice drop is something which I would like to see, something like this before the market here will reverse, and then we will potentially go up higher afterwards. Okay, that's kind of my thing that I'm looking for. Then we got that impulse correction impulse from the monthly perspective. Going down to the weekly, you can see how bearish that movement was and how bullish that movement was. But still, as I explained to you, we are below this area, and as long as we're going to remain below this area, EURUSD is from my point of view bearish. If we're going to close above this area, then I expect bullish continuation. Okay, probably afterwards a strong sell-off to grab some more liquidity from these areas, going something like this, and then afterwards strong move up. So this is definitely possible afterwards on the EURUSD, something like this. Okay, let's see what we can see otherwise. So like I told you, I'm looking right now definitely for a short setup. We didn't went in my supply area as I expected to do it, so probably we're going to reject this area from here, and probably we're going to go up higher, but it's not 100% sure because we had here some negative euro news. This is where the market dropped crazy to the downside, and probably we have here at this area some new supply area, and the market will just hit it before dropping afterwards lower. That's kind of options, because we've been here within an area of supply already. So as you can see, that was an area of supply, and this was supply. So 2 area of supplies, and we're currently exactly between those two. Not sure if we're going to test the level once again, but definitely looking for a short setup during this area. Okay, that will be here. Definitely very interesting to look here to short it from this area. Okay, guys, that's basically what I can say to the EURUSD. Let's go to the 4 hours, 4 hour market structure break, but still we didn't broke this one here. That's why I would be cautious. I would look right now for the market to go definitely for a strong move up, giving us here within this area of supply another strong movement, and then from here looking for a nice short. That's what I would do. Okay, short from here, and if this setup will fail, then look for the price to come up higher, and then from there to go for that short. Okay, and what I expect is definitely to go that much to the downside, or at least till this area. So let me map it up for you. At least till this area, then afterwards. Okay, that's basically it, guys, for this new week. I will definitely update you during the week with a new video, new analysis. This is why definitely subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, and join the public Telegram channel to not miss all these notifications. See you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.